Today, we're going to be diving into the exciting new Five Nights at Freddy's action figure line from Jazwares, and more importantly, we're going to speculate on what might be coming next. Things like Nightmare animatronics or Sister Location figurines with moving faceplates could be coming soon, and maybe even something from Tales of the Pizzaplex. There's a lot of potential here, so without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Alright. So Jazwares has officially entered the Five Nights at Freddy's arena with their first wave of figurines. The sculpts are clean, the articulation is impressive, and they already feel like a breath of fresh air compared to what we've seen from Funko in the past. The big draw here is that Funko seems to be more willing to innovate, not just re-release figurines that are inaccurate like Funko. The figurines aren't just repaints or basic resculpts. There's more to them than just the new sculpts. There's better character accuracy, more accurate paint, but what's really cool is their features and gimmicks. So what I mean by this is Jazwares has shown two features so far, being the jump scare mechanic where you flick a switch on the back of the animatronic to make their arms jump and their mouths open like a jump scare, which is kind of cool. A lot of people are pretty mixed on that one though. I think they're cool, but they don't really need to have a function. I think us fans would prefer just normal figurines instead of these. I also feel like this is going to hinder the articulation for people who just want a cool figurine. The other feature is the feature of character 3-packs, where you get an endoskeleton figurine and 2 suits to put on it. I actually really love this idea, and I think it's really cool and creative. You're kind of getting like 3 figurines in one, which is really cool. The only issue I see is the inaccurate endoskeletons, because as we all know, they changed from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and from what we've seen, they're mainly doing the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2 characters, but only using a Five Nights at Freddy's 1 endoskeleton. These have been confirmed to be prototypes, however, so this could change, but there's still the issue of having like a whole spare suit lying around, and I just feel like you could really easily lose that. Hopefully you'll be able to buy another endoskeleton figurine. I feel like that would fix most of the issues. You could put the suit on that figure, or maybe just buy the figurine normally. But what really has us fans talking is what could come next from Jazwares after this. Let's start with the Nightmares. So these characters are ripe for Jazwares styles. We're talking about figurines with torn up suits, gaping jaws, and clawed hands. These designs are terrifying, but they're also terrifyingly detailed. See what I did there? Imagine if Jazwares leans into a soft plastic or layered materials to really sell the torn fabric look, and actually sculpts the tears into them, sort of like the Funko Easter figurines, if you guys remember those, with their holes in their actual sculpts instead of there just being black paint under them like the Funko Nightmare figurines. Maybe even articulated jaw pieces or a translucent Nightmare figurine. Whew, that would be cool. Funko's versions of the Nightmares were pretty stiff, mostly standard molds with sharp paint applications, but Jazwares could push it further with a deeper sculpt detail, texture, and posability. Nightmare Fredbear and, like I said, Nightmare would be absolute standouts, and maybe they include parts to build Nightmare beyond, like the Funko ones, which in their defense was actually a pretty good figurine. And also with the 3-pack, they could do like a Nightmare Fredbear and then Nightmare 3-pack, because the translucent thing would make sense. What do you guys think of that? They could even do a plush trap, maybe even an entire plush trap playset where you get him and the Nightmare Balloon Boy in the hallway. That would be really, really cool. Now let's talk about the Phantoms. They're the ghostly burnt out looking versions of the animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. These guys could look amazing if Jazwares did them right. One thing Funko never did and really should have was making them translucent or semi-clear figurines. They had the mold for some of these already and literally made a Springtrap, like how could they not? And the demand is definitely there. It's been like 9 years since that game came out and U2's just released a wave of these figurines. Picture this. Phantom Chica with a dark translucent green body, foggy plastic with black accents, or Phantom Freddy with just a faint glow through the chest piece. Funko has literally shown they can do this sort of thing with the Toxic Foxy figurine, so why didn't they? It's just silly. Jazwares has worked with translucent plastics before in other lines, literally releasing entire transparent figurines, and some with parts inside that looked really cool and made a really cool effect. so this is totally within their scope of capability. Not to mention, it opens the door up to a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 diorama pack. Imagine Springtrap plus a couple of phantoms. That's a shelf display waiting to happen. Imagine a set of the vents with Springtrap able to crawl inside of them. That would be amazing. Okay, so now for one that I'm really excited about the possibility of. Sister Location. And here's where Jazwares could really outshine Funko. Moving faceplates. Imagine a Funtime Freddy figurine where his face splits apart. Actual hinge parts. Ballora with opening eyes, or Ennard with movable wires. These are the kind of mechanical gimmicks that feel very Jazwares. They already handle small scale articulation with ease, and this would be a perfect challenge for them. Plus, think about accessories. Bonbon as a separate figurine, or maybe a swappable mask off head for Baby or Funtime Foxy where it's just the wires. Maybe even Yendo underneath Funtime Freddy. Even a mini scooping room playset wouldn't be out of the question. And if their heads can come off with the faceplates, then you could perfectly recreate the scooping room with their heads. Beyond characters, Jazwares might keep pushing new features. Ball jointed necks would be really cool, swappable limbs like Funko, or even LED eyes for the deluxe versions. They've dabbled in LED accessories before, so who wouldn't want a glowing Springtrap with red eyes? And while Funko's stuck with basic character waves, Jazwares could also introduce scene packs. Imagine a parts and service set with dismantled toy animatronics, or a FNaF 4 bedroom diorama where the doors open to reveal the animatronics in them. It just gives the whole line more play and display value, I think. Now for the lore fans, what about the Mimic? With the Secret of the Mimic game getting more attention lately, being around 200 days away with the release from the time of recording this video, a figurine seems inevitable at some point. Imagine a silver Endo style figurine with spindly limbs and glowing red eyes, a little sleeker than the standard Endo, but with a more sinister edge. Jazwares could even do a Mimic in disguise variant, using Glamrock Freddy's shell with a swappable head or chest plate with the various costumes we've seen the Mimic use in Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic. If the Mimic becomes central to the future of Five Nights at Freddy's games or DLCs, it's only a matter of time before he ends up in figurine form. And I'd bet Jazwares will be the one to do him justice, since the only other one we've gotten at this point was the U2s, which, don't get me wrong, is really good, but it is a very stylized figurine. We just want a normal one. So that's what we could be seeing from Jazwares in the future. Nightmares with deeper sculpting, translucent phantoms, Sister Location with real moving parts, and even the Mimic emerging from the shadows. Of course, none of this is confirmed, we're just theorizing based on what the line has already shown us, but hey, speculating is half the fun. And also for the side of cuter figurines, which I know companies love to lean into, we could maybe get some potential Five Nights at Freddy's World figurines. That would be really cool. I mean, I feel like there's a market for them already. There was this set of bootleg figurines from Five Nights at Freddy's World going around a few years ago. If you guys remember those, I made a review of those ages ago, years and years. And they actually sold pretty well for bootlegs, so I feel like if we got something official in that capacity, it could do really well and it could sell really well. We got the Fireline figures pretty recently, and I'm pretty sure they've been selling pretty well. So honestly, I see this happening. I could see it completely happening. Could be like a big 10-pack. I know Jazwares loves to do like multi-packs of their characters, which Funko never really did. They always did their figurines in like one packs. They did pop vinyls in multiple, but you know, their pop vinyls, they're always in multiples. There's 10 million of those stupid little things. Anyway, what do you guys want to see from Jazwares? Do you want to see like, I don't know, maybe Scrap Trap or Scrap Baby or something? Five Nights at Freddy's 1 playset, that would be really cool. FNaF 2 as well. Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future Five Nights at Freddy's figurine updates. So yes, please comment your ideas. I will be responding to all of them. I really want to see what you guys think of these. And also, while you're commenting, if you have any video ideas for me, that would be greatly appreciated, because I am low-key struggling to think of them at the moment, guys. It has been a bit of a struggle. Five Nights at Freddy's is not going too crazy at the moment. Hopefully when the second movie comes out, there will be a lot of content to make there. I'm really excited for that. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, if you have any ideas or anything, please let me know. I don't really know what to do because YouTube is not being nice to me with the algorithm. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it there. Like I said, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, because if you don't, guess what? I will literally murder you. I will kill you. I am not joking. I know I can see you guys. Okay, actually, I don't want to be mean because there might be a little kid who believes me. I'm not going to kill you, I promise, but do subscribe or I will kill you. Anyway, guys, peace out. Bye.